This is our last video on regular expressions. So we're covering the basics of regular expressions. There's definitely more advanced techniques out there. If you want to learn more about regular expressions, which isn't a bad idea, if you want to get into coding, then there's certainly plenty of good websites out there to look at. All right, having said that, another technique is negation. So inside of brackets like this caret means not this. So I'm looking for something that's not a letter, lowercase or uppercase, with this expression. In this case, and the string that we have here, that should give us the @ sign. That's the first thing that's not one of the letters. This means looks for something that's not an A and not a C. So it's going to skip the first 3 letters of the string and find the E. That's different from looking for the first thing that's not AC. The first thing that's not AC, well, this is AC right here. The next thing would be C. This is not what this is doing. This is looking for not this. And this expression says look for A's or C's. This says look for something that's not A or C. Now, looking for not AC turns out to be more difficult. There's more advanced techniques that you have to do that. It's not sort of native or natural for regular expressions. There are ways to do it, but again, you need more advanced techniques, not something we're going to get into here. And then we have looking for not an integer. So if we run this, the first thing that's not a letter is the @ sign in this string. The first thing that's not an A or a C in this string is an E. And the first thing that's not a digit here is an A. Simple enough. Okay, now let's go look at something called alternation or OR. Pretty standard syntax for OR. Vertical line, that means OR in a lot of different languages. And this means look for an A, a B, or a Z in this string. This is the simplest sort of version of using OR. And this should find the B. Now, remember that this character class means the same thing. Look for an A or a B or a Z. So in this case, these two really do the same thing, but you can use ORs in different ways that you can't using this character class. So now I want to look at, I have 3 versions of the same, well, yeah, 3 versions of a look similar regular expressions. So I'm looking for 3 digits, a dash, and then I have A, B, alternation CD, OR, and OR EF. I have the same thing down here, but then I've grouped these together, and then here I've grouped together this way. And here's the string I'm searching in. So let's look at what the output gives us, and then look at how alternation works in these contexts. Alright, so we'll run this. The first A or B or Z that I get in this string is B. And similarly, first A or B or Z I get in this string, B. So that is no surprise there that the first 2 are B. Now, I look at this, and it comes up with CD. How did it do that? Because this looks like we're looking for 3 digits followed by a dash, followed by an AB, an A or a B, or a C or a D, or an E or an F. So there's 3 digits followed by a dash, followed by a CD. So why didn't we get this? Well, because of the way alternation works. It's actually the lowest order precedence operator there is in a regular expression. So the way this reads is look for this 3 digits followed by a dash followed by an AB, sorry. Well, there's not 3 digits followed by a dash followed by an AB, so it doesn't find that. Or find a C or a D, or find CD. Oh, there's CD, so it finds that, and we get this. So you have to be careful with alternation. When you have an alternation symbol, it looks for everything to the left or everything to the right. It's the lowest order of precedence operator. If we wanted to find the 558-CD, an AB, a CD, or an EF, then you have to group the alternation together. And this says look for 3 digits, a dash, and then one of these 3 things. So that gives us the 558-CD. And then down here, I'm just noticing that by putting this first group in parentheses, that's actually the same search expression as we had up here. So if you do use alternation, be careful about the order of operations. Okay, and then the last bit here, I mentioned in an earlier video that a period and a question mark were built-in expressions and regular expressions, and here's what they mean. A period means you can have anything in here that you want. Well, except for a line break. It doesn't look for line breaks, but anything else, spaces, any kinds of punctuation, whatever you want, can be in between the A and a 7. So, let's run this. And it says, yep, there was something in between the A and the 7. I don't really care that it's bracket. I will give you that. There does have to be something there. If you put a period there, you do need to have something there. So in the A7 case, it says, I need 3 things. I need an A, then something, and then a 7. Didn't find that. Question marks. This means make the thing right before it optional. So what this is going to do, now regular expressions are greedy. In this case, it's going to matter what is found here. So this is going to look for first A7. The A is optional, but it'll try to get as much as it possibly can first. So it's going to look for A7 in this string, and if it can't find A7, then it'll come back and say, well, the A is optional, can I find just a 7? And so it finds the 7. Whereas in this case, the A and the 7 are next to each other. It looks for the A7 first and finds A7 and then finishes the search. So question mark means make the thing before this optional. And you can use grouping operators to group together what you want to be optional. And it's greedy. It tries to get as much as it can when it can, and then if it can't find as much as the full sort of expression, it'll take out the optional part and look for the sub expression, in this case the 7. Hopefully that makes sense.